the binomial expansion example 1. Using the binomial expansion of a plus b to the power of 3, find the binomial expansion of, here are two expressions. So let's start with part A. So we have the expression 2x plus 3 all to the power of 3. Okay. Now if we want to use this formula, we have to identify a and b in this bracket. So it's a binomial, so the first term of the binomial should be a and the second term of the binomial should be b. Okay, so according to the pattern, we should have a to the power of 3 plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. Okay, this equals, now use 2x for a, so you need a pair of brackets to enclose it because it's just one value. 2x squared to the power of 3 plus 3 times, now use a pair of brackets to have 2x and square it, times 3 plus 3 times 2x times 3 squared plus 3 cubed, like that, equals, so you have 2 to the power of 3 times x to the power of 3, so it's 8x cubed plus, here you have 3 times 3, which is 9 times, and 2 to the power of 2 is 4, and x squared plus 3 to the power of 2 is 9 times 3 is 27 times 2 is 54 x plus, and here we have 3 to the power of 3, which is 27. So in total we can write it again, because here I have something to do yet. So it's 8x cubed plus, so now I have 9 times 4, which should be 36x squared plus 54x and plus 27. And this is the binomial expansion of 2x plus 3 all to the power of 3. Okay. Now let us study the second part. The second part is the expansion of x minus 5 to the power of 3. So now the obvious trouble here would be what happens when we have a minus. Okay, so you may imagine that it can be written as x plus negative 5 all to the power of 3. So if this is the case, then this x is your a, and this negative 5 should be your b value. So the answer should be a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed, and this by substitution is x cubed, because I substituted x for a, plus 3 times, now I have a squared, which is x squared, times negative 5, okay, because b is negative 5, plus 3 times, I have just x for a, and I have b squared, but negative 5 squared, well, you see, well, I can write it, negative 5 squared, you see it will be the positive number. And finally we have negative 5 cubed equals, and now let us calculate, so it should be x cubed. Now this term is going to be negative, because 3 times negative 5 is minus 15 x squared. Now this term here is minus 5 squared is actually 25 times 3, so it should be plus 75x, and finally minus 5 times 5 is 25 times 5 is minus 125, and this should be the answer. What you can see here is that the signs of the terms oscillate. They are alternating, like this is a positive, negative, positive, negative, you see? So this is the effect that the minus in this binomial has on the result. The signs in the result will be oscillating, they will be alternating signs, and they will change in this order. We could write as a general formula the following expression, and you can think about it whether it's true or not. If you have this to the power of 3, you can see that it should be a to the power of 3 minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus b cubed. Okay, so I can use a formula like that, but when I wanted to use the formula like this one, then the b would be just 5, not negative 5. Okay, you can still use the basic formula with plus, even for cases when there is a minus there in the binomial. Use it. Don't forget the minus signs and the rule about the powers of negative numbers. So whenever you have an even power of a negative number, it's always going to be positive, and whenever you have an odd power of a negative number, it's going to be negative. Or you can use the formula like this one, in which you have the minus already in the formula, and then don't forget to alternate the signs. So always start with the positive sign for the first term and then alternate them like this: minus, plus, minus, and so on. That's it for this exercise.